Are you finding yourself feeling tired even after a full night's sleep? Do you feel like you just don't have the energy you used to? That getting through the day feels like a real effort. It's a painful reality for many as they get a little older. Feeling that spark dimming, that go-getter attitude fading into just wanting to rest. You might think it's just a natural part of aging, something you just have to accept. But what if I told you that feeling perpetually flat isn't always inevitable, and that there are some surprising, simple things you can do? Some advice that might even come from an unexpected place, like a urologist. It sounds strange, doesn't it? What could a doctor who deals with bladders and kidneys and such know about your energy levels? Well, it turns out quite a bit. The systems in your body are all connected, and sometimes, issues that seem minor or unrelated can really drain your vitality. In this video, we're going to look at some practical tips, things you might not have heard before, that can help you reclaim some of that lost energy, sleep better, and just feel more like yourself again. These aren't complicated medical procedures, just simple adjustments and awareness that can make a world of difference. Watch to the end, because there's something waiting that might truly surprise you about what's possible. Let's dive right into some of these insights, starting with something fundamental that has a huge impact on how your whole body functions. And yes, it's something your urologist definitely cares about: how you manage your fluids. Now, you might think you've heard it all about drinking water, but for folks over 60, the when and how you hydrate can be just as crucial as the how much. Feeling flat can often be a sign of mild dehydration, which creeps up on you. Our sense of thirst can decrease as we age, and certain medications many seniors take can also affect fluid balance. Dehydration makes your blood thicker. Your heart has to work harder to pump it, and oxygen delivery to your muscles and brain slows down. All of that adds up to feeling utterly drained. So, the first piece of advice, one a urologist would certainly endorse for overall system health, is to be mindful of your hydration throughout the day, not just gulping down a glass when you feel thirsty, which is often too late, but sipping water consistently. Aim for plain water as your primary go-to. Sugary drinks, excessive caffeine, and alcohol can actually dehydrate you or irritate the bladder, which we'll touch on soon. Keep a water bottle or a favorite mug nearby and make it a habit to reach for it every hour or so while you're awake. Now, here's where the urology connection becomes really practical, especially concerning that feeling flat aspect, which is often linked to poor sleep. Many people, as they get older, find themselves getting up multiple times during the night to use the bathroom. This broken sleep is a major energy robber. You might be trying to limit fluids in the evening to prevent this, but sometimes, not enough. Hydration during the day can actually make the problem worse. Concentrating urine and irritating the bladder, or drinking a large amount of fluid right before bed is obviously going to be disruptive. The key isn't just about total intake, but timing. Try to get the bulk of your fluids in earlier in the day. Finish drinking most of your water, tea, or other beverages a couple of hours before you usually go to bed. If you take medication in the evening that requires water, just use a small sip. This gives your body time to process the liquids before you lie down for the night. Another subtle trick a urologist might mention, especially if you notice swelling in your legs or ankles during the day, is elevating your legs for a while in the late afternoon or early evening. Swelling means fluid is pooling in your lower body. When you lie down flat at night, this fluid gets reabsorbed into your bloodstream and has to be filtered by your kidneys, leading to a full bladder and those disruptive nighttime trips. Sitting with your feet up for an hour or two before bed can help your body process that fluid before you try to sleep, hopefully reducing the need to get up later. It seems simple, but managing fluid intake and timing, combined with addressing potential fluid retention issues like leg swelling, can significantly improve sleep quality and, consequently, your energy levels the next day. It's about being strategic, not just cutting back entirely, which can be detrimental. Think of it as hydrating smart, not just hydrating more. This careful approach to fluids lays a crucial foundation for feeling less flat. It's a practical, everyday adjustment that respects the natural changes your body might be going through and works with them. And it's just one piece of the puzzle. Moving on from strategic hydration, let's talk about something else that can significantly impact how flat you feel, and is often related to urological health in a surprising way: movement. Specifically gentle, consistent activity, and becoming more aware of a set of muscles you might not think much about unless there's a problem: your pelvic floor. When you're feeling low on energy, the last thing you might want to do is exercise. The thought of a vigorous workout can feel completely overwhelming. But the truth is, staying sedentary can actually contribute to that feeling of flatness. Your circulation slows down, your muscles stiffen, and your body just gets used to using less energy, creating a vicious cycle. The good news is, you don't need to run a marathon or lift heavy weights. Gentle, consistent movement is incredibly powerful. A daily walk, even just for 15-20 minutes, can make a world of difference. It gets your blood flowing, sends oxygen to your brain and muscles, and helps release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that can lift your mood and give you a natural energy boost. Think about incorporating movement into your day in small, manageable ways. Walk to the mailbox instead of driving. Take the stairs for one floor. Do some gentle stretching while watching TV. Or stand up and move around for a few minutes every hour. This kind of regular, gentle activity not only improves your physical energy, but also helps with sleep quality, which, as we've discussed, is key to feeling less flat. Better circulation can also benefit kidney function and overall urinary tract health, ensuring everything is working a bit more smoothly. Now, let's bring in the pelvic floor connection. These muscles, located like a sling supporting your bladder, bowel, and in men, the prostate area, are vital for continence, but their health also impacts overall pelvic comfort and function. For men, issues with the prostate as they age can sometimes affect bladder function and contribute to that feeling of pressure or incomplete emptying, which is not only uncomfortable, but can subconsciously add to feeling generally unwell and low energy. For anyone, weakness or tightness in the pelvic floor can contribute to urgency, frequency, or even discomfort that disrupts daily life and sleep. While you might associate pelvic floor exercises like Kegels mainly with preventing leaks, maintaining healthy pelvic floor function can contribute to better bladder control, reducing those urgent rushes or frequent trips that break your concentration and energy during the day. It also helps support good posture and core strength, which indirectly improves overall physical comfort and energy. It's not about intense workouts, but gentle awareness, simple exercises, often recommended by urologists or physical therapists, involve gently squeezing and lifting these muscles, holding for a few seconds, and then relaxing completely. Doing just a few of these each day can make a surprising difference in bladder confidence and comfort. Combining regular, gentle movement with awareness and gentle exercise for your pelvic floor creates a powerful synergy. It boosts your physical energy and stamina, improves sleep by helping you feel more comfortable, and reduces the constant worry or disruption that bladder issues can cause, which is a huge energy drain. It's about activating your body in a supportive way, rather than pushing it too hard. Think of it as tending to the garden. Consistent, gentle care yields the best results, and just like hydration timing, integrating simple movement and pelvic floor awareness into your routine doesn't require a complete lifestyle overhaul. Just mindful, consistent effort. These small steps build on each other, leading to noticeable improvements in how you feel day to day. Now that we've touched on how strategic hydration and gentle movement, including pelvic floor awareness, can help combat that flat feeling, let's look at another area where a urologist's perspective overlaps with your overall energy levels: what you eat and drink. Beyond just water, your diet can have a significant impact on both your urinary system health and your overall energy. Certain foods and drinks can act as bladder irritants, leading to increased urgency and frequency. This means more trips to the bathroom, more interrupted sleep, and a general sense of being uncomfortable or on edge, which, believe me, is exhausting. Common culprits include caffeine found in coffee, tea, cola, and chocolate, alcohol, acidic foods like citrus fruits and tomatoes, spicy foods, and sometimes artificial sweeteners. Everyone is different, and what irritates one person's bladder might not bother another's. But being aware of these potential triggers is the first step. Try gently experimenting with reducing or timing your intake of some of these. For instance, switching to decaf after your first cup of coffee, limiting that glass of wine in the evening, or noticing if eating a large tomato-based meal makes your bladder symptoms worse. Reducing bladder irritation means less urgency and frequency, which directly translates to fewer disruptions during the day and hopefully fewer trips at night, leading to more consolidated, restful sleep and more energy. Beyond avoiding irritants, focusing on a balanced diet rich in whole foods supports your body's overall function, including energy production and waste elimination via the kidneys. Plenty of vegetables, fruits those that aren't highly acidic if your bladder is sensitive, lean proteins, and healthy fats provide the sustained energy you need without the crashes associated with sugary snacks. Fiber is particularly important, found in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes. Fiber helps maintain regular bowel movements. You might wonder what bowel health has to do with feeling flat or your urinary system. A full bowel can put pressure on the bladder, leading to increased frequency and urgency. Keeping things moving smoothly in your digestive tract can actually relieve pressure on your bladder and contribute to better urinary function and overall comfort. Again, reducing those energy-draining disruptions. So, making sure you're getting enough fiber isn't just good for digestion. It can indirectly support your bladder health and energy levels. Simple swaps like choosing whole grain bread over white, adding beans or lentils to soups and salads, and snacking on fruits and vegetables can make a difference. It's not about strict deprivation, but about making mindful choices. Notice how certain foods make you feel. Do you feel more energetic after a meal with lean protein and vegetables? Or do you feel sluggish after something heavy or sugary? Does that extra cup of coffee in the afternoon lead to restlessness later or more trips to the bathroom? Paying attention to these connections between what you consume and how your body, including your bladder and energy levels, responds gives you valuable information. Making small, sustainable changes to your diet, focusing on nutrient-dense foods while being mindful of potential bladder irritants and ensuring adequate fiber, supports your body from the inside out. This holistic approach helps reduce discomfort and disruptions, allowing you to conserve and build energy throughout the day. It ties directly back into that feeling of being flat by reducing the physical stressors on your system, whether it's dehydration, poor sleep due to nighttime trips, or bladder irritation from diet. You free up energy and allow your body to function more optimally. It's about creating an internal environment that supports vitality. So, we've talked about being smart with your fluid intake and timing, the importance of gentle movement and pelvic floor awareness, and how certain dietary choices can impact both bladder health and your overall energy. These aren't revolutionary concepts on their own, but when you look at them through the lens of how they impact your urinary system and, in turn, your sleep and energy, they take on new importance, especially as we get older. The combined effect of hydrating properly during the day while tapering off in the evening, incorporating light activity that boosts circulation and helps with fluid distribution, supporting your pelvic floor, and making conscious choices about foods and drinks that can irritate your bladder or improve digestion. These small adjustments work together. They can lead to fewer nighttime bathroom visits, less urgency during the day, improved sleep quality, and, ultimately, a noticeable lift in your energy levels. You start to feel less like you're constantly battling fatigue and more like you have the capacity to engage with your day. to do the things you enjoy without feeling completely drained. Remember that painful reality we talked about at the beginning? That feeling of your energy just being gone? Well, while some slowing down is a natural part of life, that severe, persistent flatness often isn't something you just have to live with. These aren't instant magic fixes, but consistent, gentle efforts in these areas. Things that a urologist might recommend for bladder health, but which have ripple effects on your whole body, can really shift how you feel. And here's that surprise I mentioned. The biggest secret isn't a hidden food or a complicated exercise. It's often just permission. Permission to pay attention to these aspects of your health. Permission to make small changes. And permission to realize that feeling better is possible and worth pursuing. It's also the understanding that sometimes feeling flat isn't just tiredness. It can be a signal. If you're consistently struggling with low energy, coupled with new or worsening urinary symptoms like frequency, urgency, difficulty emptying your bladder, or pain, it is absolutely crucial to talk to your doctor, and perhaps specifically a urologist. While the tips we've discussed can help manage common issues, severe symptoms or sudden changes need medical evaluation to rule out underlying conditions that might require specific treatment. Don't just accept it as aging, get it checked out. That is perhaps the most emergency piece of advice. Know when to seek professional help. Your doctor can properly diagnose any issues and guide you on the best course of action. Complementing these lifestyle strategies, making these changes, being mindful of fluids and timing, moving gently, eating kindly for your bladder and gut, and talking to your doctor when needed, empowers you. It gives you back a sense of control over how you feel day to day. It's about supporting your body's natural ability to function well and have energy. You don't have to feel perpetually flat. Small changes, consistently applied, truly can make a big difference to your health and happiness. What are your biggest struggles with energy or sleep right now? Have you tried any of these approaches or found others that help you feel more vital? I'd love to hear your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Sharing helps others in this community too. If you found this video helpful or learned something new, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you want more practical, health-focused advice for living well at any age, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Remember, your later years can be vibrant and full of energy. You deserve to live your best life at every age.